Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing on this amazing morning? Welcome to Coffee with Nikki. I am your host, Nikki Davis, and today we are going to be talking about psychocybernetics. But before we get into psychocybernetics, the weather here is beautiful. We have a nice sunshiny day. Oh, Keithy must be driving to school. I see my neighbor outside. Um, sorry. So never mind that. So we're going to be talking about cybernetics, and today we have a beautiful day outside. Hopefully, I don't know if today is going to be the day that I go out into the garden, but hopefully I can get into it before the weekend and get the dirt in there and everything. So how's everybody doing this amazing morning? And before I get into that, let's see who's in the building, and make sure you guys hit the thumbs up and make sure you say I am blessed. You already know what to do when you walk in here. Just say I am blessed. I am blessed. Good morning, Tiffany. Tiffany says, I am blessed and highly favored. Yolanda says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, everyone. I am blessed. Good morning, Jasmine. Jasmine, did you guys go to Jasmine's live last night? Put ones in the chat if you went to see if you were in Jasmine's live last night. She taught a class on how to create your banners. It was so amazing. You guys, she's a very good teacher. Teaches you, you learn quickly. And so I hope you guys caught it. If not, I seen that she said that the replay is now available. So if you missed it last night, go on and catch the replay. This is going to be beneficial for you guys that are working on your Etsy to reboot. And I did name the Etsy group the Etsy reboot. So you guys, I sent out invitations to everybody who said that they were interested in joining the challenge. And so you have to sign up for Bubble Babes University. You're going to see the invitation. You're going to see the link for you to go. And it's a secret group. It's only for those people who signed up to be a part of the Etsy challenge. So if you did not receive your invitation yet, I sent it to you guys in your DMs. So check your DM for the link. Go ahead on over to Bubble Babes University. Sign up. You do not have to pay anything yet. Go and sign up, and then you'll be able to get all of the information for the challenge. All of the rest of the information will be going up later on today. So if you have not joined the Etsy challenge and you wanted to, DM me the word workshop Etsy, or yeah, that's it. DM me the word Etsy or workshop, and I will add you to the challenge. But you must be committed, because if you are not committed, do not waste my time and do not waste your time, because if you want things to happen, you have to do the work. It's not going to happen just because you believe that it should. So you have to make sure that you are doing the work that is required, right? Yes, yes, and yes. All right, so let me get back to my good mornings. Good morning, Chantel. She is blessed. Good morning, Miss Deltra. Deltra says she is blessed. Good morning, Patricia. Patricia is listening and driving. Um, Driving as I'm stuffed in this crazy traffic. Oh, you stuck in crazy traffic. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. And I had a great conversation with Patricia this morning. So we got some things in the works for you guys. So y'all make sure y'all pay attention to the information coming up. Is going to be great for all of you makers, especially if you are struggling right now to get sales. So this is going to be great for you. So make sure that you are paying attention and stay tuned to the information that we will be providing in the future. So, good morning, Miss Lois. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She says she is blessed. Good morning, Tina. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Good morning, Betty Rose. Good morning, everyone. I am thankful to make it to another day. That's right. That's right. I am blessed, and it's a blessed day. That's right, Jasmine. It sure is. Sure is. So Tina caught the live. Deltra, Yolanda, Betty Rose, Miss Lois. Good morning, Kendra. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So did you guys enjoy yesterday's live? Let me know what you thought about yesterday's live. Let me know. Vanita caught it too. I missed it. I will be watching the replay. I will be watching it later. Got it. I need to watch it and turn on notifications for her. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, yes, got to pivot. I'm excited for what's coming. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. She says she is blessed. Yes, yes, and yes. If you do not understand right now the power of the pivot, Oh, that's what we should call it, Patricia. The power of the pivot. If you are not understanding what's going on in the economy right now, because it is just, yes, some things may be because you are not in front of your customer. That may be some things, right? That may be a part of, where is this at on this side? That may be a part of the story, right? But you're not doing what you need to do for your brand, but also people are not spending as much, so people's spending patterns are a lot different now. And so adding all those things on top of everything else, you would think that, oh, it's just you, it's just your business, but it's not just you. It's happening to, as you can see, there's a lot of big box stores that are closing the doors now. There's a lot of companies that are making changes right now because you have to adjust with the times. Yes, it would be nice to consistently do business one way, and that way you can always be successful, or, whatever. If everything just worked out one way, everything doesn't always work out one way. And if business didn't teach me anything, it taught me that I always have to learn to pivot. I always have to learn to never be so committed that I can't, you know pivot on a dime. You know what I'm saying? So, or just be creative with how you approaching things. And so this is a time where we are all going to need to be creative in our messaging. We're going to be creative. We have to be creative on how we are marketing our products and how we are getting our products in front of people, and also maybe being creative about the services that we provide, and maybe even consider doing services, because everything just can't be about a product, right? And so this is going to be a pivotal time for a lot of business owners right now, because if you don't make changes, you are going to get left behind. And as you can see with some of the familiar faces that you know in this industry, right, you see them making pivots and they're making changes. Some people have not been able to recover, and some people won't be able to recover, but then that also goes with dedication and all this other stuff. And so we are going to really talk about it. So me and Patricia has something in the works, so we'll keep you guys informed as to what was going on, because you have to be able to do this, right? I would be remiss if I would tell you, oh, it's just about your product, it's just about you putting your product out there. I would be remiss if I tell you that that's the right information, and it's not, right? And so with that being said, we're going to come correct, right? We are going to come correct. Can't wait to get working. I know that's right. Even Amazon reported lower sales. And not only Amazon reporting lower sales, Amazon's service now sucks. Okay. I am paying for Prime, and I'm assuming this is in just certain areas, right? Because I still love Amazon, but my shipping time has changed tremendously, right? I no longer have my 1 to 2 day shipping. So now my shipping goes out even as far as 5 days sometimes. And it's like, but what are we paying? What exactly am I paying Prime for? Am I paying Prime so that I'm not paying shipping? Because in when they let us know what Prime was all about, it was about fast shipping, it was about discounted shipping. You know what I'm saying? You had same day, sometimes 1 day, and so now that is gone, right? Especially for me in this area. I do know that people in certain areas, I know my cousin, she's in Pennsylvania too, and she's in Allentown, so she could get same day, but I'm more in the mountains and I can't get same day. And so I'm not even getting 1 or 2 days. Like I tell you, it's sometimes going out and extending it even into that 5 day mark. And so if they're doing this, and they have to make a change, they have to make adjustments, and they have to make changes. So do we. But we have to be smart about the way that we are making these adjustments. We cannot continue to operate the same way at the same capacity, because that is not going to prove results. That's not going to be able to get you the sales that you need. It's not about being in front of more people, getting into more stores, because what if those stores are suffering? Right? Maybe they purchased from you one time wholesale, and what if those stores are now suffering and they can no longer shop with you because they don't even know how they're going to make ends meet, right? And so we are going to have to start changing the way we think and the way that we operate as business owners, right? Love the name, Power of the Pivot. Patricia, put it in motion. Put it in motion right now. We got an attorney on deck. I don't want somebody watching this replay and try to steal it. Try to steal it. I don't know what we could do. Poor man copyright. I don't know what we could do, but just make this is proof, right? This is proof on this day that I said it. So if anybody takes it, we got you. We coming for you. We coming for that. It's not about the product. That's right, Jasmine. No, it's all over the world. Yes, Miss Lois, that's absolutely true. Good morning, Chantel. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is on Prime items. Yes, on Prime. My Prime is no longer there. Is for me in my area, there is no need for me to even have Prime. No need whatsoever, because I don't get any Prime. I don't get anything with that. Nothing. No perks at all. The only perk is that I'm not paying for shipping. That's it. We have a major Amazon hub here, so I still get things within 2 days, but I've seen some shipping times longer than that on some items. Yes. Yes, and it's in-house. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's in-house and it's not coming from, a certain supplier, then how come we're not getting it on time? But I digress. Also depends if it's shipped and sold by another vendor. Got you. I noticed they still put the Prime label on it. Yes. It sucks, right? I dislike it so much. I'm trying to fix my hood. I dislike it. Good morning, Sherelle. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Amazon is laying off and overworking the drivers and warehouse workers. Yeah. Everybody. At first, they had, during COVID, they had a huge hiring process, right? And they was hiring like crazy. But now, since things are changing, buying patterns are changing, they're now going to have to lay off. And I mean, it's understandable. It's just the way things are. But we can learn to adapt and adjust in situations like this, in an economy like this. We just have to keep our heads on straight. Right? We got to keep our heads on straight. I am walking distance from a hub. Oh, so you should get your stuff same day, Miss Lois. You should get your stuff the same day. So I don't know if anybody in this room is struggling with your sales right now. I don't know if you are struggling with your messaging right now. I don't know if you're struggling with your audience right now. Whatever that looks like for you, we are going to get you together. Now, how many of you guys, Dr. White was on and Dr. White offered some coaching, some one-on-one coaching for you guys. How many of you guys took advantage of it? Was only $99 to do a 4-session coaching with him. And how many of you guys have taken advantage of that coaching call? I have. So how many of you guys in the building, put ones in the chat, had taken advantage? I know Chantel did, and I think cousin Latrice did. So how many other people took advantage of that? I need you guys to start investing something into your personal development. You have to start investing into your personal development. If you do not start investing, and it can be, you don't have to pay a mentor. You can either, and this is what we're going to go into in a minute, right? It could be somebody you admire. It could be Steve Jobs, or it could be Jeff Bezos. It could be anybody, and just look at what they did and see, hear what they're saying to you. Maybe there's some valuable things that you can take away from what they've done with their businesses and their journey that you could start applying to yourself and to your life, right? And so I'm not saying go out and pay a life coach because you need one. I'm just saying start investing into yourself. If that means that you have to, you reading biographies and you looking at documentaries on people and things like that, then do what you need to do in order for you to start enriching yourself with information. Because if you do not do that, you're definitely going to get left behind, because patterns usually is a pattern. They repeat themselves, right? There's been patterns in history that has been just like this, right? It doesn't look like this because technology and times are different, but it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Recessions happen all the time. And so when they do, People are thriving in these things. Who are these people? Why did they thrive? What did they do? What was going on with the state of the world at that particular time? So these things happen, and so we need to start paying attention, and we need to start seeing what we can do to prepare ourselves. Who could we be looking at to see, an example of success, right? Because a lot of us are first time entrepreneurs. We are first time, we don't have a bunch of entrepreneur friends. If we have entrepreneur friends, it may be our people that are online that we're not, outside in life, networking with these people in everyday life, right? And so you want to make sure that you're around these people so that your mind can stay fresh, so that your ideas can stay fresh, and you don't get stuck and stagnant. And so I say all of that to say, invest in yourself. And so yesterday I had my first session with Dr. White, and it was absolutely amazing. And one thing, if you guys have been rocking with me from the very beginning of Coffee with Nikki, I really did not know what we were doing with this. The intention was for me to just have classes, not to have live, not to be, not to going on every day. It was just more so about me having the classes. And so the classes ended up turning into me building a community, right? And based on, just listening to what people were saying and listening to how people wanted to, communicate with each other, the community started and the community formed. And so I never felt, and I'm sharing a transparent moment with you guys that I shared with Dr. White, that I never felt that I was qualified to be a coach because I was waiting for, I needed the right classes, I needed the right experiences, I needed the right, but what I realized is I have been doing this for over a year now. We've been doing this for over a year now. I'm on all the time. I am speaking. I have over 13 years of experience in running my own business. And Dr. White was like, you need to stop trying to wait for somebody to qualify you to say it's okay for you to be a coach, and just let that thing happen. And so now I am saying, and I'm saying to everybody, I do feel confident in what I bring to the table. I do feel confident about what I can pull out of people. And I don't necessarily need to have been to a certain school or to have acquired a certain degree or have to work at a specific place in order for me to qualify to do that. And he said it's okay to qualify yourself because you're doing it every single day. Every single day you are showing up, giving them what the people need. And I needed to hear that, because again, like some people would say, if you, like I said, if you've been with me for a while, people would say, oh, Nikki, you're such a good coach. You're a coach, you're a coach, you're a coach. And I would say, don't, I would be like, don't call me coach. I'm not a coach, and I would kind of like shy away from it, playing myself small. And I am no longer doing that, because I know what I can do. I know what I am qualified. I know what I bring. I know what I'm bringing to your life. I know how it's enriching certain portions of your life, and of your behavior and of what you want to be, and of your greatness. So I know exactly what I'm doing. I needed to hear that in order for me to move forward in that, because I don't know what I was waiting on, but I'm no longer waiting. I am no longer waiting. I'm about to bring it all. I'm bringing all of the ruckus, because I want all of the smoke. I want it all. Bring it. Bring it. So I say all of that to say I am ready. And who else, not who else, but who did you pick for your person that you are going to be studying for the month? Who did you pick? Who did you pick? Let me see. Let me see. Chantel says she enjoyed your live last night, Jasmine. It was very helpful. It definitely was. Not all the time. Me, I am going too soon. Okay. Okay. Miss Lois, you are a coach. Thank you, Miss Lois. OMG, Nikki. Yes. 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 And yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Thank you so much, Jasmine. I really love and appreciate you. You definitely are a coach and are qualified. Thank you, thank you, thank you, y'all. Don't even do it. Don't even do it. But you are qualified by God, and that's it, and that's all. Per. I wish you could see the hearts we are sending you. I surely cannot see any other hearts. I can't see anything. But I appreciate all of the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You are qualified to be called coach. Thank you so much, Miss Lois. Yes, stand in your truth of who you are. You're not a coach. You are the coach. Hey, come on, Yolanda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kendra said definitely been a coach. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, like I had no direction and what this was going to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, okay, let's go live. Okay, I decided I'm gonna do it every day. Okay, I decided like it was just kind of like, I'm just playing. I'm filling in, but I just was following wherever the journey was taking me. I was being obedient to wherever the journey is taking me. And so I'm still being obedient to where this journey is going to take me. And my goal is empowering women, right? My goal is to make you all success stories. My goal is to make you all, whatever the goals are that you have, I want to help you achieve those things. If it's millionaire status, I want to help you get to millionaire status. If it's just having a successful shop, I want to help you to have a successful shop. And however, whatever means, by any means necessary, if I need to find certain people to bring you into the room or events to bring you into the room, that's going to happen, right? That's going to happen. And so I say all of that to say, we ready, we ready to be the me that I need to be in 2023. So let's get it. Let's go. Good morning, cousin. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Cousin said, hit the thumbs up, y'all. Hit the thumbs up. So who did you pick to study for this month? Not this month, but study for a month. You're going to study this person for 30 days. I think I said 21, but I for sure am going to say 30. We are going to study this person for a month. Who's the person that you pick? Who inspires you? What success story inspires you and that you want to go delve deeper into their lives to see how they did it, what they did, what odds were against them? How many of you guys have picked your person? I hope everybody picked their person. I hope you picked your person. And you can put it right here in the chat. Who did you pick? You are definitely my coach, whether you knew it or not. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're such a blessing, Nikki. Thank you, Deltra. So are you, girl. Who are we watching later? Yep, Yolanda, you said AJ Johnson. What do you mean, cousin? I done talked over it. I know I did. Okay, I need to find my person I missed yesterday. Yes. Pick your person who inspires you and you want to look. You don't have to really like that person, right? You could say Kanye inspires you, but you don't like Kanye, but you like how he is getting his message across. You like certain things about certain aspects about his life. You don't have to like his antics, but there may be certain things that you like about his life and the way he moves forward and how did he do it, what was his odds or whatever. So you want to make sure obstacles, you want to make sure that you pick somebody, and again, you do not have to love and admire them like that. You could just love and admire their business ethic, their work ethic. So who would that be for you? Who would that be for you? Jackie Ina. That's a good person. That's a good person. AJ Johnson, absolutely love her. Who you got? Who you got? Who do you have? I would say I have quite a few, so I'm going to narrow mine down. I'm going to narrow mine down like I have to a lot. I have to a lot. I love Jackie, but I don't know who my person is going to be yet. Okay. I have to think about it. Yep, think long and hard. No, don't think long because you ain't got a long time. We need to have the person tomorrow. Think long and hard today about who you want your person to be. Again, it doesn't have to be somebody who's you like, oh, I absolutely love you. I'm a fan. Da, da, da. It don't have to be that. It could be like, oh, I don't like you, but your business ethic, your work ethic, fire. You know what I'm saying? So Riri, oh my gosh, yes, that is ooh. What she did at the Super Bowl, if that didn't teach you some lessons about your business and the power of seizing the and maximizing the power of a moment, if that didn't teach you something, and that's a great one. That is a great one, Sherelle. Oh, should I tell your person, Beyonce, you in the Beehive? Oh, Judy. Okay, big booty Judy. Got you. Gotcha. Anybody else? Anybody else know who they want to use? Anybody else knows who they want to use from Kaleidoscope Products, aka the Brat's wife? Who do you pick? Who do you pick? Again, don't have to be in love with them, but the way they do business, they killing the game. They killing the game. So I want y'all to think about that. I want you to have it tomorrow, right? The assignment, Skims. Oh, okay. You want to do Kim? Gotcha. Um, the assignment is that you're going to research this person, right? And that is going to dig deep to find interviews, documentaries if they have them, books if they have them, articles on them, just videos, audio, whatever you could find on your person. Um, Whatever you can find on your person, you want to get all of the information that you can about them. You want to see what they did. How did they grow up? What was their mindset? What did they do? What was their routines? How did they even start this? What was stacked up against them? What was the obstacles? What were their failures? How did they fail? Like what happened when they did fall? How did they get back up? Like those kind of things are the things that you want to really dig deep into. And you got a whole 30 days to look into it, so you don't have to try to fit everything into, cram everything into a day or a week. You have 30 days to get this all together, but you want to make sure at least every day you're doing something. Every day you're finding out something about your person, right? And you want to find out about it, and you want to start thinking about how you can then apply that to yourself, or what do you need to change in your routine? What do you need to add to your routine? What do you need to take away from your routine that is going to help you become the person that you would like to be? Right? So that you can be not more like them because you are an individual and you are unique. Nobody else could be you. But how can you be the best you that you can be? Right? Beyonce was the obvious choice, but I wanted to use a person similar to my industry. Oh, okay. No problem. No problem. Yep. So that is the assignment. Everybody in the room, I want y'all to put, if you commit to the assignment, I asked you guys yesterday, if you commit to this assignment, say me in the chat. And also by tomorrow, when we go live tomorrow, please have your person. Please have your person. Please have your person. And I could even do Marilyn Monroe because that's my girl. I said my shop was covered in Marilyn Monroe because I love her so much. And so, we could definitely, go into it because the world thought she was a dummy. And she was not. You know what I'm saying? And the world thought she was just a homewrecker. And she, again, was not. You know what I'm saying? So, there's so many things that you could take from somebody. Somebody you could look. I love Michael Jordan. I love Kobe. Like these people, really, like I'm always super inspired. I could sit there and watch Michael Jordan and Kobe documentaries all day long because I just love to hear them speak. I love to hear how their work ethic is just like I'm going to outwork anybody who even think that they're going to go up against me. And that's the mentality that we need to have, right? We need to have that mentality that I am going to outwork anybody that is in my area, anybody that is in my fields. I am going to outwork them. You're not going to outwork me. You may have more than me. You may have a bigger budget. You may have this. You may have that. You may have resources that I do not have. But one thing you won't do is outwork me. And one thing you won't do is outthink me. Why? Because now I can think about how I can do things within my realm, right? So I'm thinking outside of the box because yeah, that's the obvious choice to I'm taking Chantel's word. Yeah, that's the obvious choice. That's the obvious way to do things. Of course, you need money to do these. Of course, you need a team to do this, but I don't have that. So now I got to think outside of the box. How can I do that? I can get the same results, but doing this instead of doing that. Right? That is going to build that up for you. That's going to build up your wheelhouse because you'll be able to say, I built something from nothing. When somebody tell you that they got something from out the mud and they really came from the mud, you know what I'm saying? It's a different kind of thing. It's a different kind of thing. Because, yeah, anybody with money can make something happen. But how can you make something happen with nothing? How can you make it look beautiful? How can you package that thing up that is going to make the world recognize what you're doing? Right. And so that is why I want you guys to like pay attention to how people operated and what they did, and pick your person. And pick your person. I commit to the assignment, but I'm sure if I'm right about the person, but I'm sure if I write the right person, I'm going to think about it. Oh, you're not sure if you picked the right person. I'm going to think about it. Okay. No problem. No problem. So we clear, everybody. Me's in the chat. Me's in the chat if you are committed. Tomorrow, have your person. Tomorrow, have your person. Tomorrow, have your person. Okay, so we're going to go into, we touched on this yesterday, but I'm going to go more in depth about it today. Yesterday, I know Tech Tuesday was a little crazy. It was a little scattered. It was a little unclear. So we are going to fix that. And we are going to work on it and make sure that it is clarified and it's clear, because I don't want anybody to leave in confusion when we are doing, a tip, a class, a live. I don't want anybody to be confused. So with that being said, whatever you didn't understand about yesterday will be clarified. And also, if you need any SEO, all of that kind of stuff, definitely going to go in deeper about that. And I'll have a person for SEO so that you guys can understand, right? All right. So what I want to talk about today is the way we imagine ourselves to be. Remember, I said there are 6 things that the brain can't distinguish between if it's real or if it's imagined. And so we're going to go a little bit more in depth in that. And I wanted to say that when we imagine things, so our body automatically feels the emotions, the feelings that you would feel about having that thing or losing that thing, or whatever stressed you out or whatever depressed you. Your body is automatically going to feel it. And so it's doing things on the inside. And so what I want you guys to do is to start living your life and start giving yourself, this is also in the book, we are reading Psycho-Cybernetics, we are still on chapter 1, is sitting down and visualizing your life, visualizing the things that you want, visualizing what qualifications or what qualities do you need in order to be the person that your future self is, right? What do you need? How can you see your future self? You need to start visualizing that, right? You need to start seeing that it is possible, that you can get it, you can do it. And so in order for that to happen, you got to get still for a moment. You got to get still, because usually in the hustle and bustle and the reality of life, we do not see ourselves as doing or being more, right? We see ourselves in the present circumstances, and that doesn't allow us to see in the future, because we're so stuck with trying to fix all the things that we got to fix today and got to live through today, that we're not even thinking about our future self and how we can get the things that we want for our future self. Yes, we say we want to be a certain thing, but the things that we're doing today are not allowing us to get to that moment, right? And so we have to start thinking about, what does it take for us to be our future self? Remember, we were talking about this too. We were talking about, what qualities do you need to start to possess today that is going to help you to be your better self tomorrow. And so we need to definitely start to sit down and give yourself 15 to 20 minutes and visualize your future self. Visualize your future self. Get yourself out of being in this moment. Get yourself being out of, it's too many things. We got so many balls juggling. We juggling so many balls in the air. Get yourself out of that for a second and start to visualize your future. Visualize what you want. Visualize your successes. Visualize your possessions. Visualize, the person that you are. Visualize your friend circle. Visualize where you want to live. Visualize all those things so that you can, when it starts to happen, right, and your manifestations start to come, You want to say, I knew that this was coming. I knew that I was qualified for this. I knew that I was capable of living this life, right? But being in this here today and now, you may not see it, right? So you have to create it. And once you start creating it, you will start bringing it to you. Yes, remember I said everything is like a magnet. Once you start moving in the direction, it's going to start coming to you, right? You're going to start attracting the things that you say that you want, right? Because like attracts like. Yes, 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 and yes. And we also said that you have to be in alignment with the belief system, right? Your outside and your inside, they got to work together. They cannot work separate because your body will reject it. Your mind will reject it. Your mindset will reject it. You will not believe that you're able to do it because on one end, one side you believe it, one side you don't, and then you don't really believe it on this side. It's kind of like, maybe I believe it, right? And so you got to make sure that they work together. They got to work together. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, Janae. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, yes, and yes, right? So you have to make sure that what you're thinking about, you are the master of your own mind, right? You are the master of your own mind. Yes, we have thoughts that come into our mind that we feel that we cannot control. And a lot of the times they're on a loop and we feel like we can't get out of that, but we can. But we can, right? Because we control our mind, not the other way around. And so you have to, well, we control our thoughts, not the other way around. And so you have to make sure that you are standing guard of what you're allowing into your mind. Right. And that's about the shows, the music, and the situations and the people and the circles, and all of that contributes to what your thought process are. Like there's some things that I have that usually trigger me. My nephew's is a big trigger for me. And so if something should happen, I start going back, right? Because it's not a good situation. And so I start going back and I go back into those emotions and I go back into disliking people and I go back into, you know what I'm saying? And it makes me revert as opposed to me moving forward. And so it's not always easy to change your mind and change your thoughts. I'm telling you from experience, it is not an easy thing. So don't think I'm sitting here telling you, oh, yeah, you just change your thoughts. That's going to change. It's not. It doesn't happen that way, right? But we have to intentionally decide that we are no longer going to, as soon as we feel that, then we're going to do something else that is going to get us out of that, to get our mind off of it for a second, so that we can allow a new thought to form or allow a better feeling to take place. Because if we don't, we are going to keep on reliving these moments in our lives that are pissing us off. And living these moments that are pissing us off in our lives is not helping us at all. Right? It's not helping us at all. It is not helping our bodies. It's not helping our immune system, because once you start thinking and getting stressed out and all this other stuff, it starts to break your immune system down. I'm going to share one more point that I have. One of my cousins had cancer. And so she was saying that, and even one, and my best friend too, you cannot be stressed, because stress is not going to help you in your immune system. It's going to help deteriorate your immune system if you are going to allow yourself to be stressed out. So you're going to have to find outlets in order to feel happiness, in order to feel peace, in order to feel not stressed, right? So you're going to have to allow yourself to do that, because this is going to help build up your immune system, as opposed to you already have foreign bodies in your body that is trying to, kill, steal, and destroy, right? And so you are helping it, and you don't want to help it, right? You don't want to help it. And this is something that you do have control over. You may not have control over the cancer and what it's doing to your body, but you do have control of how you're thinking about it and where your mind is going with it, and how can you start to help your body fight, or how you can help your body, develop what you need in order for these things to work for your good. Yes, 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 and yes. Very true. My old ways will creep up fast. Yep. My prayer every day is to make me better than yesterday. Absolutely. 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 Working through it though. Got you. Being double minded, that's my issue. Yep. 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 We gotta let it go. Let it go. Yep. And at least focus. Try to focus, but we can't do both. We got to make sure they go together, right? And so I had wrote in my notes, I said, self-fulfilling prophecy begins to form. Thoughts become beliefs. Beliefs guide your thoughts, and your realities shape to reflect your inner world, right? And so this is what we're seeing. And this is how, if you know that, if you feel like I'm stuck in this hood and I can't get out, that's because you need to get out so you can see more. You can't see that you're getting out because you don't see anything past that. You only see where you are. And so you're going to have to start getting out there, or maybe reading books, or start looking at travel things, or, just things like that, to just start training your mind to see other things, right? Because your mind is only going to see your experience, right? Or other people around you's experience. It's not going to say, oh, you know what? Well, let's think that. It's not going to do that. So you got to help it along. You got to help it along. So you got to think positive. If you think positively, you feel good. You think negatively, you're going to feel bad. How many of you guys think that? I know Malaysia sent me a message yesterday and she said, let me tell you something. She said, when you feel good, money comes to you. Money comes to you. And y'all know, to me, Malaysia is the master manifester. I call her the master manifester, right? But she's like, just feeling good, just feeling amazing. It is going to give you these feelings. You're expecting good things. You're expecting, joy and wonder and abundance. You're expecting these things. And when you feel like that, things start to happen, right? Deion Sanders said what? When you look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good. You play good, they pay good, right? I've been saying that ever since I heard him say it, right? Because when you look good, you feel good, right? And so if you feeling good, you're going to play. You're going to play to the best of your ability. I'm going to play my ass off because I feel good. My body everything is functioning in my body. Nothing is aching. Nothing is hurting. I am ready to take on this game. I'm ready to play and do what I need to do. I'm ready to show up for my team. Put me in, coach. Right? And so if you playing good, somebody down the line, somebody's got to pay you. Pay that man. Somebody's got to pay you. Right? And so you got to know that you feeling depressed and you feeling pissed off or angry at people and doing all of that, all you are doing is promoting more of that into your life. If that is not your goal, if your goal is not to feel depressed and upset and feeling like somebody betrayed you, if that is not your goal, then you need to get those thoughts out of your mind, because you don't want to bring more of that into your life. Right? So we need to start thinking about positive things, or things that we can put on the inside that are going to help us when these things start to happen. When these triggers start to get pulled, you want to make sure that you have something that's going, I got you though. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you want to pull that trigger? I got you though. Wait, let me show you what I got. Let me show you what I got. Especially when people see that they can't get under your skin, and especially when they see that they can't get to you the way that they used to by pulling those triggers. First of all, you feel amazing because you didn't fall into that trap, right? But then it also shows them that you are not the master of my emotions. I am not going to give you that power that you could just turn me on and off. Do you realize that we allow people to turn us on and off, and they have the power? We don't have the power. We think we have the power because we're upset and we're angry and they're going to learn a lesson. And we think that we have the power when we really don't have the power. They have the power. They are manipulating us. They are manipulating our emotions. They are manipulating how we respond to things. And then that in turn ruins the rest of our day. Like, what are we doing? Why are we allowing people to do that in our lives? Right? And so we have to make sure that we are the masters in our mind. Yes, yes, and yes, y'all. Yes, yes, and yes. Hey, sis. Jules in the building, y'all. Yes, yes, and yes. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, you become what you think about all day long. What are you thinking about all day long? I want you to put it in the chat. What are you thinking about all day long? Now, from day to day, it changes for me. But sometimes, if I've been triggered, it will take me down a rabbit hole of who betrayed me. what I'm thinking about this situation. I will play this situation over and over and over and over and over again in my head, changing some details, maybe forgetting something, maybe embellishing on some things, maybe wishing something would happen so I could fight, or I could do this, or I could do that. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? None of that stuff is contributing to my well-being. None of that is contributing until to the person that I want to be. None of that is contributing to my business. It's not bringing me sales. It is not making me happy. It is not doing anything for my family. But I get stuck on this whole thing, this whole thought process for, and I'm consumed by it for quite some time, right? So what is consuming your thoughts right now? Put it in the chat. Put it in your chat. It depends. Money, right now, money. Right now, money. But now we have to change the way we're looking at money, because money is energy. Money is energy. And this is another point that I got from Malaysia. The energy that you have around money needs to change. The way that you are operating has got to change. And I'm not saying you personally, I'm just saying, if money is a thing for anybody, our energy has to change, because a lot of the times we think that we're operating out of positivity or good energy, or we think that we're operating out of that, and a lot of the times we're operating from a place of desperation, because it's like it's got to happen, or it's got to happen. And so if you're operating out of desperation, that's not going to bring you anything positive. It's just going to keep on bringing negative things into your life. So we have to change that energy. We have to change how we're looking at it, and make sure that we're not operating from, I got to make it happen. You know what I mean? That is definitely true. We got to make it happen. But who do you need to be? What do you need to have? What do you need to be thinking about? What do you need to let go? Right? Um, Let me see. Business and money. Wow, tons of business ideas. Got it. And I hope you guys, the people who are saying business, I hope that you guys are writing these amazing ideas that you're having down, and you're having into a notebook, because believe me, it's not going to stay in your head. So make sure you write it down. Put it in your notes in your phone. Put it somewhere. But if you have some amazing ideas, or something came to you and it was profound, you want to make sure that you write that stuff down. It was profound. Write it down. Lately, I find myself trying to decide on things that have already been decided on. Like, I forget my decision and I get stuck in a loop. Also, finances. Yep. You get stuck in a loop, especially because, and also, this is something that I also spoke with Dr. White about, is you get stuck thinking about what you already know to be the outcome. Right? You already know what you need to do. You already know where you need to go, but you're in order for you to feel justified, you are making up, oh, I need to do this more. I need to do more research, and you're wasting time. Wasting time. I need to do more research. I need to do more of this. I need to do more of that. But you already knew the direction that you were supposed to be going in, but now you stopping, either because maybe you are nervous about that next step. Maybe it's the unknown. You don't know what to expect, right? And so you are finding ways to distract yourself from actually being on track. And so I want to say that it's not only you. I do the same thing, and I do it a lot. And I'll tell you, I procrastinate a lot, and I have to take that off of my title. I cannot add procrastination to a list of my characteristics, but I do know that I will find ways to distract myself. I will go down a rabbit hole researching information that I already knew, right? Or that I not I already know, that I currently know. I don't have to research it. I'm going to look up this definition. I'm going to go look up this thing. I already know it. So why am I wasting my time doing that? Because I feel like, okay, well, maybe I don't know, but it's just a way for me to distract myself from doing that thing, because maybe I'm really not ready to do that thing. Maybe I'm really not ready to take that leap. And so what I would do is distract myself. And I can't be the only one in this room that do that. You know what I'm saying? I have to know that, not I have to know, but I do know, based on our relationship, that we all have some of that in us, right? Let me see. Same business and money. Manifesting someone to run my social media. Before you have anybody run your social media, you got to know how to run it first. Before you hire anybody, and this is okay, this is another business thing, but we're going to talk about that with Patricia when we do the class. But know how to operate your business first before you even think about hiring anybody else to do something. Because once you hire somebody to do something and you didn't know how to do it, you don't know if they're doing it right or wrong. You know, you can wait on the results, but then let's say you don't know. Let's say you wanted results in a week, and let's say it takes about two months in order for you to get results. You think this person don't know what they're doing. You got to know what they have to do. You got to be able to delegate what you want them to do within your social media. What are the results that you want from that? As opposed to just saying, I'm going to just hire this person, I'm going to just do that thing. And then you want to make sure that you hiring the people where you need to hire them. You using those that the money's that's coming in to make sure that the business is still regenerating, right? You want to make sure that the business keeps on regenerating. If you're putting money in, I'm going to pay this person to do this, I'm going to pay this person to do this, I'm going to pay this person to do this. When it's time to focus on your products and get your products out there, you're not going to have the budget to do that. Why? Because you're paying the wrong people. And so in order to avoid that, I'm not saying don't hire out. I definitely hire out, but just know what you need these people to do, know what the outcome is, and know how to do that thing before you hire somebody to do it. So you know if they are doing it right or wrong, or if somebody may be stealing from you, somebody may be taking something, you might not be properly protecting yourself, and they taking your intellectual property, and they're taking this, and they're going with your strategies, and they're applying it to somebody else. You want to make sure that you are protecting yourself, and you got to make sure that you know what you need them to be, you know what you need them on staff for. Don't go out hiring people that you think you need them because you don't feel like doing something. You got to know how to work that thing first before you go ahead and do that. Again, I had an assistant, and she was my every single thing in my shop, right? So she would help me clean, she would help me wrap products, pack boxes, everything, right? And so sometimes I didn't have a job for her to do, and so I can't have her sitting around waiting. You know, she's sitting around and she's getting paid by the hour, so I gotta pay her, right? But sometimes I didn't have a task for her, or I didn't have a list of tasks for her to do. And so that reflected on me, and so I'm wasting money because I just have her sitting around waiting for me to give her a task to do. So I needed to know what I needed her to do in order for me to utilize her properly. And so I say all of that to say that before you invest in putting in hiring somebody to do a portion of your business that you're not comfortable with or that you don't like doing, know what you need them to do first, know what your results are first, and know if you definitely need them immediately right now, because there's so many other things. Yes, you'd like to get some things off your plate, but there's so many other things that you could be investing that money in that is going to bring you money in, right? Social media may not be the important thing, right? Maybe you want to put that money into somebody who's going to run your back end. Maybe you're going to put that money into somebody who is going to be like a publicist or to get the word out there about your business. Maybe it's going to be somebody you hire as a virtual assistant who is going to help you set up your funnels, do the things that you need to do on the back end, send emails, do customer service, those things that you can put back into the business, right? You want to make sure that you're using people that you can, benefit from in the long run, not just something simple that you can handle and you don't. I mean, if you got it to do it, then do it. But until then, know what you need first and know what results first. And so, okay, so I got this many followers. Okay, so this person is doing an accurate job. Oh, I got this much engagement. Oh, this person is doing an accurate job. But if you don't know what's going on in the back end of your social media and checking your stats, how would you know if they're doing the thing right? How would you know if you're wasting money? So I just say all of that to be mindful about where you're going to use your dollars, especially as small business owners. We don't have an ongoing flow of cash that we could just keep putting in anywhere. And if it works, oh great. If it doesn't, oh okay, I just lost that. No, because a lot of times when we're investing in something, if we lose, we take a hit. Right? As small business owners, we take a hit when something don't work, right? Or we put money into something and that didn't pan out. So you got to be mindful. Yes, be mindful about where you're spending your money. Let me see. Lately I find myself trying to decide on things. Okay, I said that one. Yep. Same, business and money, manifesting, got it. Money as always, happy energy. Always happy energy. My business consumes my thoughts on wanting to give up and concentrate on the corporate world. My business consumes my thoughts on wanting to just give up and concentrate on the corporate world. On the corporate world. Take some time. Take some time and see what you can do. See what you can do and see what you need to do, right? See what you need to do, because I know you took a hiatus, and it's like you got to come back, and now you got to come back hard. Which way do you want to go? Do you want to spend most of your time here? Because I know that takes most, your regular job takes most of your time, but then how much do you want to devote to your business as well? So it's got to kind of be a plan. And so, yes, let the thoughts flow, but also be mindful to write these things down. Write your ideas down. Think about things, because once you start setting your mind, getting your mind going, your mind is going to start searching for solutions for you as well. But you can't just be frazzled, and you can't just be everywhere. You gotta kind of like bring it together and say, okay, let me get a notebook and start writing these ideas. I got plenty of ideas. They're sitting in my head. I need to take them out of my head, put them on the book so I can start thinking of other things, right? You keep piling stuff in there. And the mind is like, okay, I'll take it, but I don't know what I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna take it, but I don't know what you're gonna use. You know what I mean? So put it in a notebook. Write it down. Put it in a notebook. Miss Loy says that's me researching all the time. Yep. Yep. Too much researching produces nothing. Right? It produces nothing. If you keep on researching and not trying anything and not testing anything, then why are we just researching? Because when are we going to use this information? And then when you do decide to use that information, it may be even outdated. We are makers. Things change consistently, constantly, all the time. All the time. Those rabbit holes are dangerous. They sure are. They sure are. Janae says business, kids, family, betrayal, and how to learn to survive without them being a part of my life. I know exactly what that feels like. I know what it feels like. And it doesn't help. It doesn't help. It doesn't help for where you want to go. Chantel gave me some gems. That's exactly what happened to me. Preach true. Yes, she's dropping gems. Thank you, y'all. That is what I am learning now, to learn the different apps. Yep, learn your apps. Proper work procedures. Absolutely. Good morning, Dr. White. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Your ears must have been ringing because I was talking about you earlier. I'm learning SEO because they because they charge a lot to do this for you, $1,200. And utilize the resources that we have. We have AI now. Well, not now, because I'm sure it's been around, but it's accessible to us today, right? And so use that and see what you could put that into the generator, and ask it about SEO, and it's going to give you some information. It's going to give you some information. 9 to 5 and entrepreneurs speak different languages. Yep. You're talking good, coach. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. White. Exactly. There's plenty of info out there. Yes. Now this is an area when I would say go ahead and research this, right? Because you're going to research this to use for your business, right? And you're going to apply it immediately. You're not going to sit on it. You're not going to wait on it. You're going to look at it and you're going to try it out immediately, because you want to try it and test it. Try it and test it. Try it and test it to see if whatever you just picked up was accurate information that you can use in your business. Yes? Yes, and yes. You're right, Nikki. Got it. Right? So research it. Look at YouTube videos. Like I said, you can input it into copy.ai. You can input it into openai.com, on ChatGPT, and you can start saying, research SEO in my field, in my this, in my that, what's popular, what's that. You can do that. You can do that. Try it out, test it, and see if it works. If it does, use it. If it doesn't, let it go. and let it go, right? And I want to go back to Dr. White's point about people who work 9 to 5 and entrepreneurs. We speak different languages because the hustle is different. The hustle is way different. A lot of the times we allow us to work harder on the 9 to 5 and give 100 and 500% of yourself, right, at this 9 to 5. But then when it comes to your business, you don't have that same kind of energy. You don't have that same kind of discipline. You don't have that same kind of hustle to muster up for your business because you're so tired from doing your 9 to 5. And so either, this is if you're doing both, but you're gonna have to figure out a some way that you can figure out a routine. You can you have to be disciplined. You have to know that I'm going to put just as much time on my business as I put in this job. Matter of fact, I'm going to put even more time into this because this is something that I'm leaving behind for my family, or this is something for generational wealth, or whatever it is that you are, your point of having your own business is, then you want to make sure that you're doing that. A lot of the times, if people are just straight entrepreneurs, right? I don't have no side hustle or whatever else that's going to pick up my slack. I gotta make my business work. I have to make my business work. It was a time when I was doing two different things, right? Both were entrepreneurial, but it was a time when I was making outfits, and there was a time that I was trying to run my business. They both could not work together, right? Even though they both had, one didn't have as much money. That's Bubble Babes didn't have as much money as my other business. My other business was crazy same day money, right? And so I had to see, well, what do I want to do for my life? This is good for right now, but this is good for longevity. Which one am I going to start paying more attention to? And I started to pay attention to the one that was going to have the longevity and the one that I could create legacy with, because yes, this money is good for right here and right now, but when that stops, what do I do? Right? Am I going to try to now pick up the slack here and try to make this work? No, I had to focus, and I had to decide on which one I was going to do. And so I decided to focus solely on Bubble Babe. So when things are not working, my mind have to start thinking of ways to make things work. Oh, sales are slowing down. I need to start to think about different ways to make things work. Oh, these people are not buying anymore, so I need to think about ways of bringing new customers in, right? My hustle is different, but when you have that 9 to 5, you got that little cushion. If you have your 9 to 5 and you being an entrepreneur, you have a cushion. At least you know that you have steady income coming in, and this is questionable, right? And so you're like, well, if this, I'm not going to put all my eggs in this basket because I know that this is going to pay my bills. So it's a different kind of way that you are looking at things. But if your ultimate goal is for you to be an entrepreneur that is creating legacy, that is, going to do something more with your business, you're going to have to put that time, the same time and energy that you're putting into your job, into your business. And I'm not saying don't put your 100% into your job, because whatever you do, you need to do it with every single thing that you have in your body, right? Because it is benefiting you to do the other things that you want to do, right? And so you have to start seeing it as such, and you got to start making adjustments for that. So you got to just look at yourself, look at how you approach your business a little differently, and approach in the way that you approach in your entrepreneur life. You're going to have to make sure that you are disciplined. You're going to have to make sure that you put yourself on a routine, because it is so easy to get out of your routine because you got time to do it whenever you feel like doing it, or you'll just pick it up later, and then you start to get overwhelmed, and then you start to get burned out. And so you don't want that to be your story, especially if you want your business to, you want your business to work for you. So definitely think about that. I did have so much stuff that we was going to talk about today. We was going to talk about the science of imaginary and reality, but we'll definitely talk about this. I will start tomorrow with that. Make sure that you guys have your person on who you admire. Who do you admire their business, their businesses, their work ethic, just everything, their tenacity, whatever that is. Make sure that you have your person tomorrow. I've been researching AI, comparing websites and content ideas. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Good morning, Michi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I was at a meeting. It's okay. It's okay. The replay will be available for you. For you. Um, I think I'm self-sabotaging. Yes, I agree. I agree. And self-sabotaging don't look like what you see, a betrayal. Or you know what I'm saying? Self from somebody else. Self-sabotage don't look like that. Self-sabotage looks like, oh, I have a ton of orders that I have to fill. Let me go run to the grocery store because I think I want a snack. Let me do some tedious emails that doesn't necessarily need to be done at this moment in time, but let me do these emails because it's going to take me a long time. So I think I should do that because these orders, they got to go out, but I really need to get to these emails. Self-sabotage. Let me take a nap when I know I have plenty of orders that I have to fill. Let me take a nap because I'm just exhausted and I can wake up refreshed. Now, while that may be true, it is also a way of you self-sabotaging, talking yourself out of opportunities because you're saying that you're not ready. Self-sabotage, right? You may be looking at it like, oh, I just wasn't prepared for that show. Oh, I wasn't prepared to do that event. Oh, I wasn't prepared to have this speaking engagement. Oh, I wasn't. Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. It doesn't look pretty on somebody else, but when it's us, we make up a pretty little excuse and tie it up with a gorgeous little bow as to why we can't accomplish something or why we can't do something or why we need to do the other thing. We put it into a pretty little bow and we package it up with a beautiful excuse. Let it be somebody else. And we be like, you know what I'm saying? If it's somebody else, we need to have that same energy for ourselves. That's me, dear Lord. I'm looking in your window, girl. Um, yes, I self-sabotage all the time. I recognize it immediately. Yep. Now I need to figure out why. Because you're afraid of success, because you don't know what it looks like, because you don't, and I'm not saying you don't know what success looks like, but you don't know what it looks like on the other side of things. You don't know what benefits you're going to get from it. Is it going to benefit me? Do I need to do it right? Do I need, and this is something that I discussed with Dr. White too, is do I need to make sure that everything is all together before I get it together? That's the word. Do I need to make sure that I have it all together before I get it together? That's a word. And we need to think about that. We need to see where we are. See where we are with that. Because again, somebody be like, oh, I don't do that to myself. Do it. The self-talk is worse. Is worse, right? I do that sometimes, but the book Miracle Morning helped me not to do that as much. I barely do that anymore. Awesome. 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 Thank you, Nikki. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes. You got the thing. You got what you need. Get it done. You got it. You know you should be posting 3 times a day, but you make an excuse as to why you cannot post 3 times a day. I'm gonna post 1 time a day, and I have a reason why. I was too busy to post the other 2 times. You weren't too busy, and I'm saying this because I'm speaking from myself to you guys. I wasn't too busy. I chose to do other things in that place when I could have planned out my content and put my content out. I chose to do other things. I chose to be distracted. I chose to be undisciplined. I chose to be, not, I won't say to be a failure, but I chose not to successfully post up my 3 posts. Right? Because there's so many other things that I could have did in order for that to happen. Right? I could have planned my content the night before. I could have um put my content on a schedule, right? There's things that I could have done in order for me not to have, to not have done that. But what I did, I sabotaged myself. I know that if I go live, it's going to result in sales, but guess what? I don't feel like going live. Guess what? I'm tired. Guess what? I got so much stuff to do. Guess what? I can't go live. Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. Stop putting your excuses in a little pretty box with a pretty bow and trying to say you gave yourself a gift. That is not a gift. It is not a gift. Start getting rid of those excuses. I found a wonderful YouTube channel that gives mechanisms for combating perfectionism and procrastination. Oh, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, Jazz. I got all the excuses. You want it? I got it. Dripping like water. And I say it like that. I say it just like that, Michi. For real. She said, when you say you're welcome, you remind me of Maui from Moana. And I say it just like that. You're welcome. Please share, Jasmine. I be fighting my flesh every day. Yes. Fight your flesh, Jazz said. Your brain wants to keep you comfortable, but you have to rise above it and do the opposite. Absolutely. Hold for the link. Stand by. Ms. Lloyd says, I am saying I need a how-to book that can show me how to run my business. We got you. We got you. Good morning, Lakeisha Keisha. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You caught the tail end, but it's okay. We will be back in the morning and you can always catch the replay. Today was a good one. Exactly, Nikki. When I fall into that trap, I acknowledge what I did to hinder my success. It helps me not feel like a victim of my circumstances because I will definitely go there. Yes, we will definitely be like, I can't believe I don't have the followers. I can't believe they don't love my product. I can't believe I didn't get these sales. You ain't do the work, sis. You ain't do the work. There's so many systems and things that I know, and this is something that I said I was going to talk about, but I know I'm not doing in my business. I know I'm not doing it. And I know this is going to contribute to my success. I know this. I know it because it's experience. I know it in my heart. I know it in my spirit. I know it. I know this. But am I doing it? I know it will result in more sales, but am I doing it? I know that this would make it easier for me and I don't have to be so hands-on, but am I doing it? And guess what we call that? Self-sabotage. So we need to get it in order. We need to get it in order. So with that being said, everybody, let me see. Yes, I was expecting a lot from doing nothing. Let me put that. Let me put this on the board so people can see it. You can't be mad at the work you ain't doing. You can't be mad at the results you don't get from the work you don't do. Do the work. Come on, sis. Do the work. Do the work. Healthy Gamer GG. Let me write that down. Healthy Gamer GG. Okay, got it. The books you have been recommending have truly helped me. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you free today to chat for a few? That's from Sherelle. I keep telling myself that this isn't for me and no one is going to believe in my vision, period. Self-sabotage. I live in my head. Yes. We all do. We all live in our head. We all got some crazy. We all got some triggers. We all got it. We all have it. We all have that little thing on our shoulder that's talking negative to us, talking dirty to us, and we like talk that talk, right? Why are we listening to that? Why are we listening to this negative self-talk that is not helping us at all? And we like, yeah, go ahead, keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. Somebody else tell you that, somebody else talking to you like that on the street, you walking away, you're going to slap them in their face. You're going to do one or the other. You're going to do one or the other. Me, I'm going to do the latter because I like to fight, but I need to cut it out. But, we got to start changing the way we think. We have to start changing the way that we think. So now that you guys acknowledge it, Like they say with addiction, knowing that you have a problem is the first part, right, of healing. So now that we know that this is part of the problem, now we got to address it. Now we got to look at the ugly parts of the business and the ugly parts of ourselves that we are allowing to infiltrate our space and to infiltrate our businesses and to infiltrate our success, right? We have to start somewhere. And this is it right here, right now. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. All right. Y'all excited? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I'm telling you, the class that I have with Patricia is going to be dope on so many levels. Initially, it's something that I envisioned when I first started the community. But it's going to be so great for you guys. Just so many other things. What my energy has changed, my energy is shifted. What I plan on doing, things that I want to bring to the table is now shifted. So we got a lot of things. If you wanted to take part of the Etsy challenge, and I did not write your name down, please send me a DM and put Etsy or workshop in the message, and I will add you to the list. Everybody who already gave me their names for the Etsy workshop, I am now calling it the Etsy reboot. If you have put your name up, I have sent you a DM with the link to the invitation so that you can join the group. The information for everything that we're going to be doing, the challenges and all of that will be up today. So just make sure that you sign up. Just sign up into the thing so that whenever I put up any updates that you get alerted. Yes, yes, and yes. Why is it so easy for negative self-talk? Why is it a thing? Because we like to talk bad about ourselves because it makes us feel better about things that we have not successfully done, or things that or helping us to be the victim, or helping us to feel like somebody else did us wrong, or helping us feel like you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not good enough, because we are repeating something that somebody may have said to us, and we allow that to be truth. Psycho-cybernetics. We allow whatever that person said to be true. And so since we allowed that to be true, it is true for what our belief system believes. Right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Somebody can tell you that you're not going to be something, and you're going to make sure that if you believe that and you said that's ringing to be true to you, you're going to make sure that you are not going to be worth anything in your life. You're going to always put yourself in situations. You're going to always find those people who are going to treat you as such, because treat you as such is because you got to make sure that that rings true. You got to make sure that that statement is true. And while whatever you need to do, if it's the way you act, it's the people you surround yourself with, the relationships you get yourself into, everybody has got to prove that to be true. It's got to be a fact to you. It's going to prove to be a fact to you, because you're going to make that happen. That's in the book. It's in the book. I'm ready for the class. Y'all got a date for it yet? No, not yet. Not yet. We're going to try to get it done before June 1st for sure. So we definitely have to, we can't do a weekend because the markets pick back up for her. So we're going to do different portions, but it's going to be recorded, and I think we're going to do it live first and then have the recorded option for later. I've recognized there's a problem. What's my next step? Email me, DM me, Miss Lois. DM me. Please do Etsy again. I'm going to need it when I get up and running, please. I'm definitely going to record the process, so it'll probably be more streamlined because I'll know exactly what I'm doing and what information people need, and trying to figure out the fastest route to get the results. So it'll definitely be recorded. It'll definitely be recorded and documented. So with that being said, we've been on for an extra 19 minutes, you guys. So I appreciate you guys for staying in here with me and rocking. I hope I was talking nice to you, and I hope that you enjoyed today. I hope that this investment of your time was worth it to you. I know that your time is valuable and you're not going to ever get it back. So I hope that this investment in this hour and 19 minutes was worthy to you, and I hope that it was something that you can apply to your life today, something that resonated with your shanana, what y'all call it? Something that resonated with you. that you could take with you today and you can share it with somebody else, because you know if you teach something, you're teaching yourself. So make sure that you do that. Again, I will see you guys tomorrow. Please make sure that you have your person that you admire, that you want to research and study for 30 days. We are going to discuss that tomorrow. We're also going to discuss the six things that your mind cannot distinguish is reality and imagination. And what else? That is it, y'all. Thank you so much for rocking with me. If you're catching the replay, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know what you thought about today. Let me know if you are a procrastinator. Let me know if you're a self-sabotager. Let me know if you are going to participate in the challenge, or if you want to join the Etsy reboot. Post in the comments below. Also, you guys, if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, I don't even know what you're waiting for. Subscribe, especially if you're sitting here right now. Subscribe. All you gotta do is click the red button wherever it's at, wherever it shows up. Click it. Subscribe. I'm on the road to 100K. I'm at almost 20K. Am I? Yeah, I'm at the road to 100K. I have what, 6 months, a little more than 6 months to go. So I need to start getting this popping. So I need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all to share this video. If this video resonated with you and you think somebody else can benefit from it, please share this video with that person or people. I would appreciate it, you guys. So with that being said, thank you, Nikki, and blessings, everyone. Thank you so much, Michelle. With that being said, everybody, y'all have an amazing day. Y'all do amazing things and like Dr. White would say, because that's what amazing people do. Y'all have a really good day, and I want you guys to start thinking about what you're allowing into your space. Start thinking about what you're allowing to be true for you. Because whatever you say is true, you're going to act accordingly to that belief system, right? So if somebody says something that you do not agree with, do not agree with them. Do not hold that to be true. Do not say that that is fact or law, because it don't belong there. Don't allow that to sit there, and don't brush it off, right? Brush it off. So everybody, I tagged you already, Kay. It's an Etsy reboot. So I tagged you. I sent you the link so you can sign up. So make sure you check your DMs. So that is it, you guys. I appreciate you. You guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And of course, I'm going to flood your story. Ooh, I may have some gardening stuff for you guys today, because my plants are thriving. They are flourishing. Okay. So yeah, maybe I'll have some plant stuff for y'all, because my cucumbers popped. My new cucumbers popped. My beets popped. My watermelon popped. Just saying. All right. So with that being said, y'all, I am out of here. I keep saying bye. You know, I'll give you a long goodbye. But you guys have an amazing day. I will see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. Bye, y'all. Have a great day, Jasmine.